But first, Australia's Indian community has become one of the strongest voting blocs in the country. New research from the Redbridge polling group suggests as many as 85% backed Labor at the last federal election. And when you consider there's just shy of 1 million Indian-born people living in this country, that's quite a branch stack. Any wonder Anthony Albanese was so eager to address Sydney's Indian community when President Modi visited back in 2023. This wasn't just cultural diplomacy, this was electoral arithmetic.
I said to my friend, the Prime Minister, before, the last time I saw someone on the stage here was Bruce Springsteen, and he didn't get the welcome that Prime Minister Modi has got. Prime Minister Modi is the boss.
I think Albanese was banking on the Indian community making him the boss, and overwhelmingly, they did. The question, though, is why? Why would first-generation migrants from India, who are culturally and socially conservative, vote in their droves for a progressive Prime Minister like Albanese? Well, the answer, according to Ridgebridge, is the Indian community don't believe the coalition likes them, Joe.
Yeah, look, that is true. And again, it's a matter of fact, I think, that even acknowledged by the coalition, that the anti-immigration rhetoric that Peter Dutton was, the tough on border security, which, again, sometimes that plays really well with the electorate, but he was clearly seen as beating that drum a bit too hard, and migrant communities saw him as being against them. It wasn't that they thought, great, we're here, let's shut the door behind us. They thought that this was sort of code for, we don't want brown people in Australia. I think that's an exaggeration. I don't think Peter Dutton's racist at all, but that is definitely how it was seen. But also the other thing is that the Indian, I know this community really, really well. I was just in Little India at the opening of a restaurant there just last week, and Andrew Charlton was there. He has worked really, really, really hard to win over and become part of and understand that community. And he is hero worshipped. I mean, he's the member for Parramatta, which takes in Harris Park, which is basically Australia's, is Little India. It is the hub of the Indian community in Australia. If you look at his margin, that's gone from, just 2 elections ago, gone from being a Liberal seat to a safe Labor seat that he now holds with, on double-digit figures. So, he has done the real hard yards by just door knocking, listening to the community, speaking to the community. There's, friends of mine in the community there who work really hard to engage and connect the politicians and listen to the community. And the truth is that I know everyone here says, Anthony Albanese is a closet communist or is crazily progressive. Albo has gone out of his way, aside from The Voice, Albo has gone out of his way to be as socially conservative as he possibly can be. He didn't even want to ask people about sexuality in the census, for God's sake, and pissed off a whole bunch of sort of inner left progressives, including my wife, in so doing. And so he is seen as a safe pair. He is seen as a safe pair of hands, and that is why we're seeing the results in News Poll that we saw just last week. He is not seen as the great threat that a lot of Conservatives see him as. And maybe one day he'll peel off the mask like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, and there'll be a giant Medusa monster underneath. But I don't think so.